All right, everyone, we are here with War 6 against DSVG. Today I will be taking in Nick Fury, Mr. Negative, and Storm Pyramid X. I'll have path 5 in section 1 and path 7 in section 2. So this first path, Ebb and Flow Intercept, I'm going to be using Nick Fury against Mr. Negative, and then I'm going to use Mr. Negative against Sorcerer Supreme. So first focus here, Mr. Negative. This is not a difficult or complex fight. We're not going to be able to build the passive bleed, at least before knocking him down. So my game plan here was to actually parry heavy to remove the ebb and flow knockdown. I believe I said intercept earlier. It's knockdown. And then basic attack him. However, the parry at the start with the knockdown is to remove the delirium debuff from the conversion of light to dark energy from knocking him down. So I'm not going to parry after that. That one was accidental. So while the protect is down, I'm going to just block beta heavy and retaliate while he's debuff immune. And as I said earlier, it's just to prevent me from getting that delirium debuff and eating any type of attack from my reverse controls and not being prepared for that. So Fury buff benefit, then we're just hitting him in the face, taking advantage of that, and then when the debuffs are down, or when the debuff immunity is down, try to be tricky there. We'll hit him. Baiting out these special attacks. And it's really just important to play Mr. Negative right here. So down he goes. Moving on to Sorcerer. Now game plan here is that I make sure to knock her down when I'm ready to throw SB2. So I'm going to build Dark Energy above 10 and have it ready to go with an SB2. And I'm going to land a heavy before dropping that SB2. So we're just going to casually go through this fight, building light energy, converting it to dark at the start. While she doesn't have any bars of power, bait out the specials when she's got them. And then go right back into that routine. So I felt like I had too much light and dark energy here. So I'm trying to build up to SB2 before trying to build more. Okay, so now we're at 12. So pretty soon I'm going to want to try and knock her down. There it is. And now I want to throw this SB2. And down she goes. So a nice and easy fight. Moving on to Dragonman on Power Snack Mini. So Mr. Negative eats this up. The only thing you have to look out for with Dragonman is if he does have that power game passive, don't try to evade counter heavy when he's about to cross a bar of power, because he may just wait and then hit you with the SB1. So it's just being smart about that. Outside of that, it's a normal Mr. Negative fight. Going to parry and heavy, building our light energy, converting it to dark, and then before giving him a bar of power, converting the rest of our light energy. I'm gonna bait out this last block. Sorry, I forgot I went ahead and did the heavy charge in mid combo, and all that power gain dropped him down, and that SB1. Thanks to that double petrify. And it would have been a perfect fight except for that. I thought I blocked. Apparently I was not quicker than the AI, so. Woohoo. Down he goes. So, good section 1 so far. Moving on to section 2, and I took this in the morning just because of timing. Gonna have this Dormammu on spiked, rise to power, and then we're gonna have Mr. Fantastic on AoE kinetic transference. Taking the first one with Mr. Negative. I'm boosting with my science boost now because I'm taking a Mojo boss in the same run of boosts. So it's just so that I don't have to remember to throw them on before that fight. So game plan here with Dormammu. Yes, I can still get the degen here, but my Mr. Negative is max sig, so I should just heal from the degen even without a debuff placed. Obviously bonus points if a debuff is placed and I get degen, because then I'm just going to heal. I'm not going to parry heavy in him to build light and dark energy because of the rise to power. And I did decide to do a PS1 here, so I'm going to focus on building a lot of light energy and converting above 10 right when I have an SB2 and he's below a bar of power. So we'll just wait for this to come out. There it is. Now we're gonna evade counter 13 with an SB2. So rise to power is not a worry. We have a double petrify, so any of that power gain from that node ability is just gonna get reversed, and down he goes. So it was a super easy fight. Moving on to Mr. Fantastic using Fury. Game plan here. I'm still gonna have the PS1. So I'm going to throw that SP1 immediately. We just have to be aware that he can't evade until I get enough tactical charges up. So it'll take about 2 SP1s and then a couple after that just to maintain it. Here we go, and I do believe he evades during it. Nope, never mind. And the benefit of knocking him down was not prepared for that. I guess I did not retaliate that heavy fast enough. It was in the morning, so. Anyways, the benefit of Fury here is that after that knockdown, another miss block. After that knockdown, we're going to shrug all debuffs. So we don't have to worry about any evasion from that either. But now we're at enough tactical charges, so it's not really a worry. Trying to get this SB2 out of him, and he just will not throw it. I think I throw one more SB1. And then after that, I go to parry heavy. Yep. So that we can get to the bleed passive. So here we go. No worry of evasion here. Just playing it smart. And the next, there we go. Okay. So now we're just going to lay into him. We're going to make sure we don't build too many tactical charges and end up losing him, but he's pretty much done here. And I like ending with that light to get the bigger bleed, even though it is a shorter duration. And down he goes. So, smooth section 2. We still have one more fight. Alright, moving on to this shared Jabari Panther. I was actually excited about this. I got to bring Storm X for this. Game plan is to build to 5 prowess, charge a heavy, and heavy cancel with an SB2. And hope that at least one of those crit, and that's the end of it. But benefit here is that if she cleanses my stun, I'll get a passive stun in for it. Plus, every time I build a prowess, she loses a Huntress charge. So I think it's more than that. It might be a couple more, but in any case, we don't have to worry about her going into the hunt and our dex failing. And it's really only during special attacks that we have to worry about that dexterity. So here we are at 5. She threw SB1 right away, so that was perfect. It lets us eat up the indestructible. It charged heavy there, canceled, and we didn't get a crit out of that, but still a great deal of damage, or a great bit of damage. So now we're just going to go ahead and try and end it with the next SB1 and call it a day. And down she goes. So super easy, super satisfying fight. All right, and then moving on to our last fight, Mojo boss, using Mr. Negative. Now, I've been toying with an idea for boss nodes where we can't evade counter. and I decided to go ahead and attempt it. Now, this war we were winning 4-3 when I went into this fight. There were a lot of fights left in BG3, but this was the last fight in BG2. So I still decided to go ahead and toy with this idea. The idea is that I'm going to build over 10 dark energy by first building some with SP1 and then getting knocked down with the second set of light energy right before SP2 by taking the last hit of his special one. So this got a little more interesting than I wanted because Mojo here decided he wasn't going to throw any specials for a bit here at the start. So far we did the SP1 with 6 light energy, so we're at 6 dark. We overbuilt light energy here trying to build to SP2, so that's going to go away. That's fine. We're kind of getting cornered here. And now he's at SP2 and trying to bait it down. He's not really about it. So it's a little annoying. Now I'm against the wall. Still won't throw it. So I decided to throw an SP1 instead, which kind of sucks. There we go. He finally threw it. Yay. Maybe we can get off the wall. Now we gotta throw another SP1 and have some charges. There it is. So we're at 7. But he's at an SP2 again, and we're pretty close to the wall. So I hit into his block. Still not really giving me anything. So I decided push him to SP3. He's at 3 prompts or 3 followers. So I said whatever, let's do it. Hope for some healing. At least it'll maybe get us off the wall. Plus I have the invulnerability boost on, so at least the SP3 itself won't do any damage. So come out with only 2 degen buffs. So it was actually, a prompt must have failed or something. But we have 10 dark energy and we're right at SP2. So in a way, got knocked down to have 10 or more dark energy. So the 11 degen, ticking away. It's going to put him below 50%. Plus, he's got the 2 petrifies on, so he's going to take a bit of damage here from healing being reversed. Now we're at 9 dark energy with SP1. So hopefully we can do this next one a little bit cleaner. We've got more room to work with. We're starting to push him back to his wall. Building this light energy. Prompts put him back down to 1, so we're in a good spot here again. Only at 5 light. So almost there. Here I decided to go straight into a block instead of parry block so that I didn't overbuild light before it. And this looks like the sweet spot if we can get him to do this. We ate it. Now we're at 19 dark energy. And here we go. The big SP3 or SP2. 20 degen. So now he's really going to tick away. Tick. And it worked. So still ended up being the same length as far as a fight goes, boss fight goes, but I think it's because of that failed first attempt. Our BG2 tied their BG2 in deaths, so decent there. But we ended up winning this war finally with 3 deaths to their 7. So we showed up this war, did what we needed to, put us back in top 20. Hopefully we can keep the winning going. We will see. As long as we can keep deaths 3 or less, then we should be in a pretty good spot, depending on our matchups. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you at the next one.